Howdy, this is our video of Catrina and Crush, where they are in their training currently. This is as of January 12th, 2018. So when we got these horses, they were not touchable at all. We have actually touched their ears while we're feeding them. And that's pretty much it. The reason that this mare was available was because she kept jumping fences when they tried to catch her when they sold the property and they couldn't get her, and this is the foal that was with her. The foal should be pretty easy to work with, and you know, the mare's gotten really good. She just needs a little more time to trust, but we've been working on that. In the beginning when we got her, we did do some round pen work, and she draws really nicely, she moves off really nicely, but the biggest issue is whenever she gets tired of working for you, she doesn't get anxious. She ended up just jumping over our round pen, which is about a 5-foot fence. So if you have a standard round pen that's about 6 foot, you know, or even like a solid walled one, would be fine. We just don't typically deal with that right now. And again, that was her very, very first night that she was here. They do move very nicely through chutes. You can easily move them through the pasture. They move off of pressure really nicely as well. So that's pretty much what we have. Here I am feeding them by hand through the fence, and then I'm going to go around and do things on the other side and in person with them. So again, in the beginning we did start out using a lot of just motion and asking them to move off, but in the end we opted to just use the food, and so we basically were feeding them from hand for the first month or so, just to make sure that they understood that they were only going to get fed with us. And I'm just out of the picture with the colts meeting me. So here you can tell the mare is more reluctant, but she's not afraid. She just doesn't trust that I'm not going to try and do things with her. Again, she's had a lot of things done with her. She's been rounded up, she's been put on trailers, and so she's very good at all of that. She never gets anxious about it. They have been very self-sufficient, so they haven't, you know, had their feet done or anything else like that. They're just pretty hardy horses. They do have current coggins. The way they got those is the previous person who bought the property that they were on took them up to A&M's food animal. They ran them through the chutes and they pulled the blood. They aged the horses that way, and that's how I got the information. So we got them so we could just kind of start working with them. It was part of a package deal. So while we're okay to continue working with them, it's not our typical horse that we have in. We usually do thoroughbreds and warm bloods for dressage purposes, but we also do stock horses sometimes. So here I'm asking them to move away from my pressure. I'm drawing the mare in. I'm asking her to move to the right. And so I'm clucking and she's going. For all of this exercise, I'm ignoring the colt for the most part because, like I said, he's going to be really easy to deal with. We have separated them out. We have put him with another horse and it was fine. We just restructured our fencing right this last weekend, so we put them back together for that reason. So here I'm asking her to move around in the whole pen. So you can see her movement there. She turns the wrong way, so I correct her. And then she turns the wrong way again, so I correct her. And so I try and get her to turn into me, and she does. She's a very, very smart mare. She's very willing to work. And so now I'm going to go back to feeding them by hand, now that I've kind of moved them around and pushed them away from me. Trucks and trailers and us working the other horses. When you are on another horse and you walk up to them, I have been able to pet them on the head really easily. So if someone has a nice broke horse, it won't take very long to, you know, put halters on them and get them moving around using the horse. They do very, very well with that. I really believe that they haven't been worked that way, and so therefore it works really well. So here I'm trying to draw her in, and she does a pretty good job there. I'm just seeing how far I can draw her in. stop it with the colt, what I'm asking here shortly, I'm gonna raise my hand up and ask that he grab the food from under my hand. Again, we have touched his ears and everything in the past, so here I'm just making sure that he trusts that I'm gonna do that. Where I'm going to end with it. So if you have any further questions, you go ahead and email us at cirrusskyfarms@gmail.com. These two, I would like to trade them ideally for a thoroughbred that's over 16 hands and under 6 years of age. That would be my most ideal. The closer to 6 it is, the more broke it needs to be. We don't want to take on any major things like violently bucking and kicking. We just don't have time for that right now. The things that are race broke are totally fine. The other option is $1,000 just outright. We can arrange delivery within the state of Texas as available around our show schedule. So thank you for your time and for your interest, and let me know if you have any more questions. Thank you.